Everybody have one. Enough for you. Enough for everybody? If not, what do? You ask people, right? You go in the kitchen and ask, right?
Yeah.
Okay, help them, alright? Sometimes you eat more than you eat. They can never cook enough. Sometimes it's good, so you eat more of it. So you have to tell them if you don't have enough, alright?
Yeah.
You're so fast.
I don't want to miss any of your video.
Never, you're faster. You're better than before. Okay, the food? Yeah. How come here has more food than the boys? Wow, the fruits are better here than the boys. No, that's discrimination. Discrimination. Look at that. All this food is much more than at the boys' plate. No, the boy don't have it. The boy don't have that. The boy don't have this kind of food that you have inside there. And the boys don't have this kind of soup either. I don't know what happened. Discrimination against boys. Yeah. Okay, I will see. When I lecture, you always sit pressing the boys so that they will sit very far. And when you eat, you take all the food. Oh boy. Poor boys, huh? Alright, let's see what we can do for the boys. Poor boys. Oh, please take your food, okay? I'm sorry I have to come. You know, I'm sorry, but I go slowly so I don't make a lot of dust for you. Okay?
Yeah. Thank you, Master.
See you later.
Thank you.
This looks better, huh? Otherwise, every day is sweet. I don't know why. What is the matter with the microphone? What's wrong with you? Everything goes wrong. So I make mistakes all the time. I'll make some jokes so that we can survive. Okay. You know what? Let's have a few jokes. Okay? There's a saleswoman. She tried to sell some, perfume, new shaving lotion to some of the customers. And the customer said, "Oh, this I had already at home, And then she said, "How about this?" She said, "Oh, I had that also." And how about this one? Oh, I had loads at home. I have so many at home. I don't need any more perfume. She said, "But this is new one. New one. You should buy it. Because it will attract a lot of women." Oh, that's all the man thinks about, I don't know. So, and the man said, "But why? What makes you feel so confident about this new perfume that it would attract women?" So she says, the saleswoman said, "Well, because it smells like a credit card." Nice, huh? There was a kindergarten, and so many children just like you sitting around here. And then it was the first day at school. So after the teacher told them blah 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 blah, and then play around with all kinds of painting, and after they smear themselves all over, and then okay. And then time was over, and the children went home. One of the boys went home, and the mother asked, "Did your teacher ask you anything today? Did you learn a lot?" Say, "Oh yeah, I learned a lot." And did your teacher say anything special? And the boy say, no, but she asked how many more children like myself at home. And so the mother say, and what did you say? Did I make myself clear?
Yeah.
The teacher say, are there any more children like yourself at home? Yeah. So the boy say no. And the mother asked the boy, and what did your teacher say then? And the boy say, the teacher put her palm together, looked up at the sky, and said, thank you, Supreme Master Ching Hai. It means one is enough for her. Must be terrible kid. Well, she should have known I have a lot here. There were some children having Christmas holidays, and they went home to see their grandparents. Yes. So the grandparents were trying very hard to please them, especially Grandpa. Grandpa was very fond of the boys and took them aside and played with them. After he played horses, he played buffalo for them to ride on, etc., etc. There was no more program. So he started to take his week off. So the children could see. Oh, they said, wow, beautiful, wonderful. We have never seen anything like that in the city. And then after that, he took out his teeth and brushed it while he was singing. So the children were thinking, wow, Grandpa was great. It's terrific. You know, we haven't seen anything like that before. Also, he put back his teeth, put back his wig, and then so and the grandpa say, okay, anything else I can do for you? So the children say, why don't you take your ears out and let us have a look? Children. It's nice, huh? Is it not good? There was a person, an American, tourist perhaps, went to Russia for sightseeing, a holiday. So it happened that he conversed with a Russian citizen, just at random, at the holiday place in Moscow. So the American tried to kind of impress the Russian, with all the good things about America. And he said, above all, freedom. Freedom is our most cherished goal in America. Every American citizen, doesn't matter how high, how low his position, how much his income, he can freely criticize the American government. No problem, anytime. So the Russians say, well, no big deal. Here, we also have the same freedom. Every citizen in Russia can freely criticize the American government anytime. That's very good. Okay. You got it? Yeah. One more joke about an American. One time, there was a leader in Russia who met one of the leaders, maybe minister of some kind. And then they talk about the economy. Both of the economy ministers met somewhere, maybe in Moscow or New York, who cares? Yeah. And they talk about both countries. It's not political, it's very funny. And the Russian minister asked the American minister, how much do your citizens earn on average every month? So the American minister say, well, about 2,000 US dollar. I'm not sure now, but at that time perhaps 2,000 American dollars. And then the Russian minister continued asking, how much do they spend all of that? How much is the cost of living? He said they would probably spend about $1,200, yeah, for everything. And the Russian minister asked, and what happened to the $800? That's left over. So the American minister said, well, that we don't care. Huh? We don't bother about what they do with it. They take care of it themselves. Yeah? So, right. So then the American finance minister asked the Russian, and then how about in your country? Huh? How much does one citizen earn on average every month? So the minister of finance in Russia say, oh, it's about it's about 800 rubles, huh? Huh? Rubles, yes. Oh, that's also the Americans say, oh, I see. And how much is the living standard? You know, I mean, how much do they have to spend? So the Russians say, it's about 2,000 rubles a month. So the American minister asked, what can they do with the 1,200 rubles that is missing? So the finance minister of Russia said, oh, that we don't care about. They take care of themselves. They also respect the freedom of privacy. Okay, it's not bad, huh? But don't tell, oh, it's okay, it's free now, we can criticize both countries. Now both of the citizens can freely criticize both countries, right? No problem now. Okay, I think you already heard this story before, not yet, huh? Okay. Have you heard this before? No. Oh, okay. There was a judge, yeah, who was staring at the newly convicted, you know, that has been brought to him, saying, I have told you before that I don't want to see you anymore. Last time I told you that I have had enough of you. I never want to see you here again. Didn't you understand? So the convicted said, yes, I did, Your Honor. That was exactly what I told the policeman, but they didn't listen. They still brought me. All right, there are two people fighting on the street. So the policeman brought both of them to the church, yeah? And then the judge said, shame on you, shame on both of you. You're both grown up, so big like that, and couldn't settle private things yourselves. Have to bother me. So the two of them say, yes, sir, that's exactly what we tried to do until the police interfered. Very good, huh? We tried to settle down, then the police came. All right. There was a teacher of the kindergarten trying to make acquaintance with the students, new ones, new children. So she asked one of the small girls, now then, welcome, huh? How are you? Everything's fine, okay. Now, what does your father do? You know, and the kid said, oh, very simple, he does whatever my mother tells him. I don't know what you do at home. Here you do what the master tells you, at home you do what your wife tells you. Very, very nice. Okay. There are some stories I already told you, but this is so nice. Just for today, huh? There was a small boy who told his buddy, oh, you go along. You go and play with other people. I cannot go and play with you right now. So the other boy said, why? And the first boy said, I have to stay home and help my father to do my homework.
was a person who lived until 100 years old. So, of course, he was on television and in the newspapers and all that. And one of the television journalists, just out of ordinary politeness, told him, "All right, so goodbye, sir, and I hope to see you again next year, the same on this program." So the 100-year-old man said, "Well, I don't see why not. You look very healthy now." I don't know who will see whom. Okay, there were two lovers together. After he took her to see the movie, and he took her to his house and drank tea and all that. And then he told her, "Well, I'm not as rich as Jack Canfield, but I love you with all my beautiful heart. I don't have a summer yacht like Jack Canfield, and I don't have a private jet either, and I don't have a big villa in Beverly Hills, but I love you with all my power, that you can imagine." All right, then the girl said, "Well, I love you too very much, but please tell me where Jack Canfield lives." There was a lady, around 50-something, who went to see the doctor. And so, of course, the forms and questionnaire must be filled in before she could see a particular doctor. Yeah, the doctor at the desk must know what kind of sickness she has in order to send her to a particular ward for a special examination. So he asked her everything, where do you live, and what do you do, what kind of symptoms you had before, how many children, blah, blah, blah. And later, the last question was, how old are you? All right? So she said, well, 30. So the doctor wrote down everything. And besides, he made a footnote. Also, maybe something's wrong with her memory, too. Two secretaries talked together at lunchtime. And the first one kind of chided the second one, saying, "You always think about money. Money, 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 every time. Can't you think about anything else?" Well, the second one, feeling a little embarrassed, said, "Well, of course I think about boys too." But of course, boys with money. One morning, a mother was trying very hard to persuade her son to go to school. So she gave him a very big lecture. Thus, "You have to go to school right now." And the boy said, No. I would rather do anything but go to school. And the boy say, "Nobody in the school likes me. All the teachers don't like me. And all the students make me fed up to here. And the one who drives the bus, he dislikes me very much. And the district chief wants to transfer me to another school. Even the one who stands guard at the door hates me also. Today I really had enough. I don't want to go to school." And the mother say, "You must. You are strong. You are grown up. You have a lot of things you must learn to handle. And then besides, you have to show everybody that you are a very good leader. Besides, you're already 42 years old, and you are the you are the principal, the school principal." Why are you laughing? Huh? Why are you laughing? Huh? What?
42 years old.
Yeah, because you were thinking he was the student. That was a school principal. Yeah, that's why the jokes are funny. There was a girl who rushed out to answer the doorbell. And then there were two men standing there. And she asked them, what's the matter? Why did they want to enter her house? And so they say, well, we came to tune your piano. And the woman said, but I didn't call you. And they say, but your neighbors did. She must be a fantastic player like me. Doesn't even know that it's out of tune. There was a teacher who was trying very hard to explain to the children about the Earth's geography. You know, like in Asia we have tigers, in Africa we have elephant, and giraffe, etc., etc. Huh? So finally he asked one student, William, tell me please, where can we find the elephants? Yeah. Where can we find the elephant? Where can we find them? So his student say, well, I don't know. Have they been lost? There was one person who was dying with his toothache and was crying and whining so much, and he thought he was dying. So his friend asked him, what's the matter? So he said, well, my tooth is killing me. And then he asked his friend, there's so much pain. Do you know what to do? In your case, what would you do to ease this terrible toothache? And then the second friend said, well, normally when I have pain of any kind, I would tell my wife, and then she would embrace me and then give me a massage and kiss me and then comfort me, and then I would feel immediately better, and then my pain's all gone. So the first friend said, wow, wonderful, where is she right now? There was a teacher who was brought into custody because she drove too fast. Yeah? Exceeded the limit. Exceeded 90 kilometers per hour. It wasn't her turn yet, but she was trying to get ahead, and she said to the judge, oh, please, you must understand, I am a teacher. I have to go back quickly to my class right now because I'm already late. Oh, and the judge said, beautiful. At last I caught a teacher. Now you sit in that corner and write out 5,000 times. I never exceed the limit again. Okay. There was an inspector for restaurants who came to a newly opened restaurant and ate his meal. And afterwards, the restaurant owner asked him what does he feel? Is he satisfied with his restaurant? Because sometimes the inspector comes and takes care of the restaurant, see if it's clean, it's hygienic, or the food is okay, everything is fresh and good for the customers. So the inspector had eaten his food, and then the owner asked him, what does he think? So the inspector said, well, I haven't looked into the kitchen yet, but I think your restaurant is the cleanest one that I have seen so far. So the owner said, if you haven't been in the kitchen, how do you know? He said, well, the food tastes like soap powder. There was a person who went and bought a pizza. So the girl asked, should I cut it into 6 pieces or 8 pieces for you, sir? So the man said, well, I think 6 pieces is better because I cannot eat 8 pieces. too much for me. You know, huh? And there was a boy who went into a coffee shop and ordered coffee. Yeah? So the waitress brought him his coffee and put it there. She forgot to give him a spoon. So the boy was a little bit shy, you know, because the waitress was beautiful. And he was smiling at her and saying, "Well, I think this coffee is too hot for my finger to stir." Isn't it? So the girl was also smiling and then ran quickly into the kitchen and came back with another cup of coffee and put it there. She said, "This cup of coffee won't be too hot." Well, somebody brought this book for me and I tickle you with it. Okay, there was one boy who took a girl out for a movie. And then afterward, he took her for coffee. And afterward, he took her dancing, all in one day. And then after dancing finished, he proposed marriage. So the girl was feeling a little strange. She said, "Well, but we hardly know each other. I don't even know you yet." Well, the boy said, "Well, don't worry, I know you very well." So the girl said, "How?" And the boy said, "Well, your father put all his money in my bank and I was a cashier." He knows how much she has. You got it? Oh, yeah. Because your mind is not on money, so you don't understand. There's another one to make you understand quicker. There was a boy who wanted to marry the girl, so he came and asked her father for her hand. So the father was worried about the girl's future. So he asked him, "Are you sure you want to marry right now? Aren't you a little bit too young?" The boy said, "Oh, sure, sir, sure. I'm not that young. I look young, but I'm not that young." And the father said, you think you can shoulder a family right now?" You know, so the boy said, "Oh, yes, I have a good job. I earn a good income and I have a house and I have no problem. But by the way, how many are your family members?" You don't understand, huh? The boy asked the father, "But how many are in your family?" You don't understand. The father meant can he take care of his own, you know, wife and children. But the boy misunderstood, thinking that he has to take care of the whole of her family, including grandpa, grandma, father, mother. He's a little bit naive. Okay, there was a person who worked for an advertising agency, right? So he came into a newspaper publisher office and asked the publisher if he needed an advertising board. Sometimes they write on the board, you know. And so the publisher said, "No, we don't need any. I can't think of anything right now." So the advertising company boy say, "Do you need any writers?" And so the publisher say, "No, at the moment, no." And then, "Do you need any advertising people?" "Nope, we don't need right now." "Do you need any printing personnel?" And the publisher said, "Nope. I told you we don't need anybody already. I told you we don't need anything, anybody. We have enough personnel here in all kinds of departments. All right? Is that clear to you?" So the advertising agency say, "Well, in that case, you need one outside saying, we don't need any personnel right now." There's a woman who went to a drugstore to buy toothpaste. You know toothpaste? Okay. So she asked the saleswoman for a small size toothpaste. So the saleswoman said, I'm sorry, we don't make small sizes here. We only have large, medium large, extra large. Understand?
Yeah.
No, you do. Okay, good. Okay. A wife and husband went to see a doctor. And the doctor put the thermometer into her mouth, yeah, and told her to sit there for 5 minutes. Afterward, the husband took the doctor aside and asked him, wow, that's wonderful. Tell me how you do it. She talks a lot all the time. The husband wanted to learn the trick. He wanted to buy the thermometer. And there was another doctor who told his patient, a lady patient, to sit there and open her mouth like this and don't move while he was writing his prescription. So the woman just sat there. And the doctor was writing his prescription. Afterward, he handed the prescription to the woman and told her to close her mouth and then go out and buy the medicine. And the secretary of the doctor was very amazed, saying, well, if just to write the prescription, why do you have to ask her to open her mouth and sit there like that? The doctor said, otherwise she will never shut up. I can never write anything. It's on the contrary here. Here you want me to talk all the time, even 24 hours, all right with you. And yeah, sometimes the problem is to find the right partner only, right? And some people like the person who talks all day like that. So you have to take care of what you want, okay? What kind of woman you want, then you will never have problems. There's a person who went into a shop and bought a packet of cigarettes. Sometimes a shop they sell a lot of things, and then they sell cigarettes also. So and then immediately he opened the packet of cigarettes and smoked right there. So the salesperson said, please, no smoking here. You see, no smoking inside, please smoke outside. And the person said, what? You hypocrite. You sell cigarettes here, and then you mean at the same time forbid people to smoke? And the salesman smiled and said, yes, sir, we also sell bathing towels here. But that doesn't mean you can bath right there. It's cute, huh? Two ladies talked at the supermarket. The first lady said, I heard that you are quitting smoking right now. It's already 2 weeks, right? So the second lady said, yes. And the first lady asked, oh, well, talking about quitting smoking, 3 years ago, I also started quitting smoking and he gave me hell. I'm sorry, can we say that? Why is it in here? It gave me terrible trouble and my nerves were really breaking down. How does it feel to you right now, quitting smoking? So the second lady said, well, it doesn't give me any nerve-breaking problem because I will break the nerves of my husband and my children to calm my own. Every day she gives trouble to the children and the husband to calm her nerves. I'm sorry, I talked too fast, huh? There was a lady who went to the doctor and wanted an operation. And the doctor said, but what kind of sickness do you have? She said, nothing. So the doctor said, then how can I give you any operation? She said, well, any kind will do. The doctor said, are you crazy? I can only give you an operation if you're sick, but here you are very healthy. Why you want an operation? And the lady said, well, I belong to a club, you see, and all the women there talk about operation experiences, and I ain't got none, so... So I don't want to be left behind. There was one lady who boasted about how marvelous her doctor was. She said, "Well, my doctor is terrific. He can find out anything that's wrong with you. No problem. Doesn't even talk to you and is checking so much. You should go and see my doctor there, So the other lady said, "Why? But I'm healthy. I don't need a doctor right now. I have nothing wrong with me. I have no sickness, nothing wrong." So the first lady said, "Well, but my doctor, he can find one." Don't worry, I'll find one for you. There was a lady who went out shopping, and she bought a very, very tempting bikini to bring home. And she wore it for her mother to have a look, and asked the mother, "Oh, mother, do you like it? Do you approve?" So the mother smiled and nodded her head and said, well, this is really beautiful, I must tell you. But at your age, if I wore this kind of bikini to go out, you would be 20 by now." instead of 16. Understand? No. All right. If you don't understand, it's good. It's nothing you should understand. She said, if I were your age, and I wore that kind of bikini to go out, then you would be at least 4 years older now. Got it? Yeah. There was one person who had been awarded a Person of the Year in a local place somewhere. So people, of course, came and interviewed him, and there are journalists and television and all that. And one of the journalists asked him, what does he think contributes to his success? What makes him so successful? What is the secret? Or the key of success? So he said, well, I think there are 5 factors, 5 key points, important key points that make me successful. The first, I always treat other people the way I want to be treated. The second, I always sell at a very reasonable price. The third, I'm always very honest in dealing with business, very honest. The fourth, I am always very tolerant, very loving towards my employees. And the fifth, my aunt in Cleveland has died and left me $5 million. You got it? How come you laugh so little? Just because you don't have $5 million, right? Okay. There was a man who came home from work. And then what did he see? The bed was not made. The kitchen was full of dirty dishes. And all the floor was smeared with mud and colors and socks from the children and dirty clothes everywhere. And then all the toys and children things were all over the place. Nothing was tidy. So the man asked the wife, "What happened? What's the matter today? What's going on?" So the wife said, "Nothing's going on. You always ask me what I have done all day, and today I haven't done anything." There was a tourist from Holland who talked to an American. He explained jokingly about the colors of the flag of Holland. The flag of Holland has 3 colors: red, white, and blue. Okay? All right. So he said it like this: our country's flag symbolizes the tax system in Holland. Whenever we talk about tax, our faces become red. And whenever we receive the tax payment notice, we turn white. and after we finish paying tax, we become blue. So the Americans say, well, we are the same. But not only that, we even see stars. Is that so bad in America? You say that I don't know anything. There was a taxi trapped in the middle of a traffic jam on Saturday afternoon on the highway. So the customer was very nervous. He kept checking his watch all the time and say, "Oh my God, I'll be late." And he said to the taxi driver, "Couldn't you go any faster than this?" So the taxi driver say, "Oh, I could, but I'm not allowed to leave the taxi." Going faster, hey? There was a student who was studying, the English accent, right? So the teacher was very patient and told him that he should pay attention to the way he talks, because wherever he accentuates the accent, that's very important, because the question and the answer and the emotional sentence and the angry sentence, he must read with a different intonation. So the student seemed to understand. So the teacher said, "Now read the question again." And because he read like this, "Where are you going?" So the teacher said, "You should read with the very distinguished intonation of a question. There is something at the end of the sentence. You pay attention to that, okay? The question mark, huh? No. Pay attention to the little thing at the end of the sentence, okay?" The student said, "Yes, sir." So he read again. "Where are you going?" The little fishing hook. He did pay attention, all right. Okay. If you don't understand, forget it. I never repeat gossip in my life. If you don't hear it the first time, you never hear it again. Okay. There was a person who sells TVs, in modern times, and he wanted to demonstrate how good his TV is by running into the bathroom, which is about 50 yards, right? Up to there? 50 yards? To my car?
Yeah, close enough.
Yeah, around 50 yards. And he said, "Look here, I can even control the whole system from here. Look here." And then he turned on the remote control and changed the channels all the time. Click, click, clack, clack. Oh. And the old woman was very impressed. Said, "Okay, I buy it." All right. So after she bought the TV, all right, the salesman, as a matter of company policy, telephoned the old woman. Oh, not really old, the lady, and asked if she was happy with her television, if it was okay. She said, "Well, the colors are okay, and the picture is very sharp, but it is sometimes troublesome. You have to run into the bathroom in order to control the channels." You don't believe it. There are such people. Yeah, we have a lot here in Seoul. So there were two young girls talking together about love and marriage and things like that. The first one say, well, the boy I love and marry must be very bright, colorful, and lively. And above all, whenever I want to be quiet, he must know to be silent. Yeah? And whenever I want to talk, whenever I want not to be quiet, then he must know how to be, to have programs and things like that. And then also he must know a lot about the political situation in the land in order to inform me and discuss with me. Also he must know about sports and the financial situation of our country, etc., etc., so that we are well informed. We can discuss and we can make a lot of arrangements for our lives. So the second girlfriend sat there and thought for a while. And then she said, well, I think in that case, you need a color TV, not a husband. You can shut him up anytime. There was a cashier in a bank. The bank happened to be situated, on the sidewalk of the street, like most banks, on the streets. So she was fed up with everybody in the street just popping in and out and asking her what time it was all the time, because she sat there next to the door. Everybody just came in and asked what time. So she bought a big clock and put it right there. And then now people came in and asked her, is the clock correct? We can never solve all the problems. See, that's the problem.